Good morning and welcome back to Other Worlds Wednesday here on Gaming with ADHD, where today we're going to take a look at the Loke Battle Mats Adventure Upgrade Kit. This is an accessory kit for the various maps that Loke puts out in their Big Book series. Now, before we get started, just want to point out that this is a Barnes & Noble exclusive here in the United States. Now, it may be available outside of the US, but at this time I am not aware of it. So you'll want to look into your local suppliers. However, it is a combination of two products that they already put out. So that may this will still be a review for those products as well. But before we get started, do make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. I try to put out a few different videos each week covering all sorts of tabletop gaming content, and I'd love for you to come along and see what we have to share. I cover everything from role-playing, miniatures, board games, card games, basically if it has to do with tabletop gaming, I like taking a look at it. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and move over to the infamously small work table and take a closer look. Alright, so the Adventure Upgrade Kit, as you can see here on the cover, it is a combination of the Immersive Gamemaster Screen and 100 or more scenery clings. I didn't go through and count them, but you get a lot, and you'll see that as we go through the review. Now, the Immersive Gaming Screen is available individually for $17 US. And a package of clings will run you about $13 to $15, depending on where you purchase it. What I believe they've done here is a selection of clings as opposed to new clings or unique clings. It's more of a collected assortment because they do have a variety of them available, whether it's spell templates or forest terrain or tavern or dungeon terrain. They give you a large variety of clings that you can purchase, but basically it appears that they've done a selection of it. So we'll get into that as we actually look at them closer. So it just comes in a regular kind of sleeve like this. That's one thing that I actually kind of wish they had done something a little different. Be it like Trapper Keeper kind of folder pockets, something along those lines, because the clings basically just come on sheets. And so to have something that you can tuck them in and keep them in there would have been a little nicer, but it's not bad. All right, so as far as the Immersive Gamemaster Screen, basically they're giving you a couple of different landscapes. The first one is this sort of plains, and mountains looking background. You got a nice big tree. The art's very good, don't get me wrong. It's also completely unbranded, so there's no indication as far as even that Loke made it or any one particular role-playing company. The other side, we then have a city backdrop. Again, very, very nice piece of art. It's just a nice landscape picture regardless. And honestly, as far as a Dungeon Master screen or Game Master screen goes, it's just fine. It's a screen, and it'll let you keep your stuff secret between you and your players. So there's a couple of there are some advantages. It's laminated just like their maps are. So like the clings that we're going to look at in a second, you can easily just stick them to this, no problem. You can write on it with a dry erase marker. I'm not quite sure how well it'll show up. Obviously I can get them out, but the black one right here will show up, but different places it may not show up as well. So that's something to keep in mind. You can also put sticky notes on it, so those will just come on and off. May have to clean them up a little bit afterwards, but shouldn't be too bad. But I don't know. Something might have been nice as far as like pockets where you could put your own tables and whatnot in. Just make it clear so you could still see the picture through it. I don't know. Obviously, that's going to increase costs. Just something that I would think about. Usually a GM wants some kind of reference material, so to include some way to hold that probably would have been a bit better in my opinion. Especially when you consider buying it on its own, you're paying about $20. I think that would have been I think that would have been worth the increased price. All right. But overall, it's a perfectly serviceable GM screen. It looks very nice. It's got nice art. And even without pockets, you can still adapt it and use it, as a GM. All right, so let's take a look at these clings. So you get 5 sheets of clings. And that's actually one other thing I will point out. When they came, they were cling side to the screen, and obviously due to shipping and things like that, they were stuck to the GM screen already. Now, that's actually not necessarily a problem. Let me get one of these real quick. So it just peels right off and sticks. So you then just come back and peel it off again. Now, if you're a little picky like me, you want to try and get it back into its spot to keep it organized. It does restick just fine, but that was a little frustrating, the first time, having them come out. But again, that's probably me just being a little overly picky. So I wouldn't take too much into account on that. But we do have a variety of trees. We've got some rocks and some shrubs, downed tree trunk. We've got a stump, and all of these, again, just peel right off once you can get a grip on them. Which, this guy is just being difficult. There we go. So yeah, just peels right off. And goes right back. All right, so that's the first one. We then have stuff that you're going to find in a village, something that'll go with towns and taverns maybe. You've got beds, you've got barrels, a wagon. You can put the barrels into the wagon. You've got a bar, you've got a wine rack, tables, meat market, fish market. Again, all the stuff that you're going to find in a town. We then have, I'm going to call these dungeon accessories. Actually, let's do this. All right, so we've got, like a pool of acid. We've got a big spiky, drum thing. Magic pentagram, gold, a throne of bone, different traps, spider webs, bear trap, stairs for your dungeon, trapdoor for your dungeon. Obviously more, just all sorts of things that you can use. We've got more accessories. We've got a rowboat. We've got ruined walls, ruined pillar, a tent, fire pit, backpack in a rock, pond. This one I actually really like. You've got roofs, okay? Another wagon, a well, more barrels, covers for the different stalls, whatever it is. I really, really like the look of these. You've got different types of tile, slate, clay, whatever. You got some chimneys over here. So again, the art is just as good as your battle mats, and lets you have a little bit of variety without needing to be an artist yourself. All right, so one I want to point out actually using this So we've got, this is from the, I believe it's Towns and Taverns. Yes, this is Towns and Taverns, Books of Battle Mats, Book 1, page 8. So reason I wanted to point this one out, we've got this big building here. And so we're going to take a couple of our clings. So I can take this one and stick it. And this one and stick it. So if I want to actually hide something in there, I can do so. Again, these are going to peel right off once you get your finger underneath them. In this case, I got both of them. You know what? Let's try something. We've got a dead body on the floor. So we're going to cover it up because our players don't know that yet. Obviously, I could have done that a little straighter, but whatever. So player comes up, says, hey, I want to investigate the building. Okay, let's open this up. Oh no, there's a dead body. Okay, and didn't even affect the dry erase until I put my finger on it. Okay, so again, this is actually really good. Now this particular set, this adventure upgrade kit, it runs $24 US. And a set of clings, like I said, is going to run you about $13 to $15, and the Immersive Gamemaster Screen is going to run you about $17. Okay, so for $24, you're actually going to end up with about a 20% savings. Not a ton, but I mean, $6 is $6. Okay, so I'm not complaining about it. So, overall, I actually really enjoy this particular set. I think it's going to be really useful, and I think it was a really good deal. So, check out Loke Battle Mats. It's I believe Loke Battle Mats just Google search them. I forgot it, and I don't want to waste the time looking it up. You can also find it at Amazon or your friendly local game store. And like I said, this particular set is available at Barnes & Noble, both online and in the physical location. So, what do you think? Have you used something like this before? Is this something that you're interested in? Let us know down in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new here. So, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.